In some breaking news this evening, Bankwest will transition to a digital-only bank by October this year, with 45 banks to close in October. David, I mean, the Nationals have been quite vocal about this for some time, and now it's been confirmed. What sort of an impact do you think this is going to have?
Yeah, in fact, the CEO, Matt Comyn, rang me only a few minutes ago to explain the situation. He made it clear in the Senate inquiry that we initiated around branch closures that this was going to happen with Bankwest. They were going to digitise, but they were going to stay within regional branches under the CBA brand. Now, they are the only bank that actually, in all fairness, have made a commitment not to close any regional branches until 2026. And I think the other banks should follow. But I think we also need to understand technology is coming. And we need to look at alternative solutions. And I think alternative solutions should be looking at licensed post offices in many of these regional communities. And banks should lift the amount that they pay for transactions, but even make capital investment for these licensed post offices to put places where transactions, but also lending interviews can take place in the privacy of the post office, where these communities can still need cash and still have the opportunity to have those services. And I think that's beholden on all the banks to do that and to invest in that. ANZ won't do that at all. And I think I've spoken to Anna Bligh about this to actually do something about it, because regional Australians can't be left behind, but we understand technology is coming. But let's have a sensible solution.
Well, that's it. I mean, there has to be some sort of a solution. Daniel, do you expect that other banks will end up following suit here?
Well, look, in a rare moment of bipartisanship, I'll agree with a lot of what David just said. And the committee that I chair, the House Economics Committee, has been undertaking a review of competition over the last 15 months. And one of the issues that came up with the banks was access to branches. And this is a big issue in the regions, but it's also an issue in communities like mine here in metropolitan Melbourne, where there's a lot of cold communities and a lot of elderly people who actually need to go into a branch. They don't feel comfortable using digital banking. So while the proportion of people in the community using digital services is really high and continues to rise, I think we do need to find solutions for that group of the community for whom that doesn't work. And, you know, the Australia Post option is one option. You know, in some regions, I know that some banks are trialling part-time branches where the staff might be doing back office work for part of the day. There's a few things out there, but I do think this is a policy issue that governments are going to have to grapple with over the next 10 to 20 years in relation to banking, and probably a range of other services too.
Well, that's it. I mean, whether we like it or not, it seems to be the way of the future.